rising, there is no light. And when it's fall, there's no darkness. Continuous thread beyond description, beyond affliction. It does not exist. A form now, formless. Its image nothing. Its name is silence. Follow now. Here comes mystery. Hold secrecy for you and me. Every way into light. Every way out. When it's rising, there is no light. There is no light. There is darkness. Her name is silence. She has no place. She has no grace. She is silence. When it's rising, there is no light. There is no light. We are falling. Every way into light. Every way.
On a plane you fly, you lost me on the ground. Promise don't look down. And I had a picture of us. I wanted you to smile, but now I don't know why. Hard to call. There's nights we raced around. There's nights we own this town. I have another set of eyes. I used to disguise the part of me that's died. Describe the part that's still alive. I try to picture you now. Oh, were we ever more than friends? If so, I don't know when. But that part of me you don't know anymore. And each time I try to recollect the people we were then. Oh, do you recall those nights that made us cry? But now I don't know why. I have
All right, let's talk about the band and how y'all formed.
Ooh, gosh, you remember when we formed? I don't remember.
1995. What a wonderful year to die. It was Austin, Texas. It was, it was cold. We've been around for a minute.
And how did y'all meet each other? You two specifically.
We met in high school in sophomore year, I guess. And it was kind of happenstance that we had a mutual friend. And
It wasn't in Austin, though. It was in Hawaii.
I see.
Hawaii, yes.
So y'all met in high school in Hawaii, and I'm guessing y'all formed a band of some kind?
No, we did start something when we moved to Olympia, but then we didn't do anything serious till we got to Texas and started Trail of Dead in a little shack, corrugated tin. And I remember we were not used to the heat here, and we would be practicing, and there'd be a big puddle of sweat on the ground. That's gross. That's a terrible story. I shouldn't have told that story.
So what was it that brought y'all to Austin?
For me, it was a friend who was in a band called Starfish, and they were on Trance Records, and he was telling me that Austin had this place called Emo's, and it was free, and like all these bands were playing there. And when I was living in the Northwest, it was really depressing and raining all the time. It just felt like a good, just go to the sun, go to the heat, and then half of my dad's side is from Texas. So maybe it was kind of like going back to where my, well, a little bit. But then there was also other factors. And I love the Butthole Surfers, and yeah.
From San Antonio originally.
Oh, yeah. I moved down here for the .com industry.
So how was Austin back in those days for y'all? I mean, I know it's changed drastically, but I mean...
It was cool. It was a really great little scene. We were friends with some kids from San Antonio. They were in a band called Glorium, and they were actually the ones that got us to open for them a lot of times. So that's when we first played Taco Land, and we played all sorts of different shows, not just in San Antonio, but also in like Waco and just really random places. So it was really good to know them.
Wow, I didn't realize y'all had a connection to Glorium.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Still do.
Right on.
Still good friends with all those cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, so y'all started playing Austin, mid-'90s, recording records, and you were playing San Antonio with Glorium. Let's hear, we were talking San Antonio a little bit earlier. Let's hear a San Antonio rock story.
Perfect San Antonio story would be playing Taco Land, and having the owner, Ram, who was, your band could either be his worst, you would hate it when he would yell at you, or he'd yell at you and think your band was great and call you pussy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is public radio. But anyways, Ram, at the end of the night, after we've played this, raucous show there, he just shoved like this 12-pack into my chest and said, "Get the fuck out of here, you pussy," and sent me off on the road after 2, illegally driving down I-35. I didn't drink the beer, though. I kept it for later. I'm
Perfect.
responsible.
And y'all got banned from San Antonio, didn't you?
Not banned.
Or escorted out of town.
After the St. Mary's Brew Pub incident. That was great.
23.
That was wonderful.
What happened there? And
So we played really late. I guess the openers had played like longer than their allotted time. So by the time we played, we had a full set to play, and halfway through it, we were told to stop playing because they'd run out of time. And our bassist Neil attacked a life-size paper cutout, like one of those beer ads. And, I mean, it was just a raucous show. I don't think that we were doing anything differently than what we normally did, right? I mean, we were just doing our thing.
I think what it was is that it was getting late, the place wanted to close, and the owner didn't know what he was getting into. He urged us to stop playing, but we had like half a set left, and we were like, well, we thought that the people that were on the bill, we all were friends probably, and we were definitely there together to do this show together, and our purpose was to be there to play a full set, and our sets weren't very long. And anyways, the point is he definitely didn't like the fact that we just kept going, and that caused him to call the police on us and escort us. The police escorted us out of San Antonio, which is
It's really pretty notable.
yeah. Not quite as cool as Ozzy, but
Close.
close.
Close. So, y'all have been traveling the world for quite some time. You were on a major label for a while. Was that in the mid-2000s?
Yeah.
So, the band has seen all sorts of things and released how many albums?
10.
10 records. How do you feel about the current state of the music industry compared to back in the day?
It's weird. It's different, but there's good things and bad things about it. I guess us people being able to make records for a lot less money and put out things that they make in their living room is good. Certainly, the quality of recording quality is probably diminished for that reason. But at least there's a kind of more of a democracy about it. But it's hard to say, where things are going, especially with rock. It seems like rock is almost has not as the kids aren't into it, are they? Well, actually, your kids like prog rock, don't they?
Yeah, I think when you were on a major label at the time that we were at the tail end of when CDs were still selling,
Right.
and so you started to see more of the streaming platform, or streaming and Napster and all that. So it definitely the labels, the major labels started getting more and more cutthroat about who they wanted on the label. So Interscope was actually good to us. They never really pressured us to do any type of record. So we were lucky, but other bands haven't been so lucky. So, and I'm sure they suffered the pressure of you got to make a hit, So we left Interscope on our own to break free from that world, But yeah, definitely you do not sell records anymore. It's a totally different world, and rock music is very, I don't know. It's kind of like
Not that popular.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Youngblood is rock music right now, it's I don't know. We'll see.
The attitude's kind of still there, but it just doesn't. There's not many guitars involved.
Yeah, and maybe there's got to be a way to evolve it in some form or another.
Right. Well, y'all have had a hell of a career so far.
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna fucking involve it. Oh.
You've had a hell of a career so far, and here we are in 2020, historically terrible year,
Loved it.
and you had an album. When did you release the album? Earlier this year?
January.
In January,
Yeah.
and you had a big European tour plan that you were over there, weren't you?
We were there.
Yeah.
But we had a whole year. We had a whole year planned for sure.
We were gonna play all these festivals and things didn't quite go that way. But I think we made the best of it, and we've definitely been allowed to work on music, which is great. And that's a gift.
Thanks again for coming down to San Antonio for a not so raucous but enjoyable set.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's been nice.
And I'm sure we'll see y'all again. Hopefully when the dust settles and we can drink beer and sweat all over each other.
Oh yes, I can't wait. All right.
bus line seems to last forever. Always the best of times we will always treasure. Standing on a painted deck, red face and sunburned neck, open on your lap, paid you soon forgot. Pull away your thumb, realizing what you've done. Learning a different song, marching to a different drum. It never comes. Clouds across the plain, roads are wet again. Rose whispers in your head, ones you thought were dead. Gaze out of the glass onto a distant path, trying to understand contradictions of the land, trying to turn back, broken but still intact, learning to become, marching to a different dawn, and soon become a town born. It was the wrong one. Feels like something's taking over us. Feels like torture, get me off the bus. Rain from a different day, roads all wet again, stains from a different time, landmines are deep inside. Do you remember how bus broke down for several hours? Lines at the border check, guards are breathing down our neck. Can't wait for the rain to end, can't wait to be home again. Never managed to keep track of that book, now it's gone. We'll buy another one, and nearly how long will this go on? Feels like something's taking over us. Feels like torture, get me off the bus. Feels like something's taking over us. Feels like torture, get me off the bus. last forever. Always the best of times. We will always treasure how long. How long. How long. How long. Feels like something's taking over us. Feels like torture. Get me on the bus.
Here at Music Go Around, we buy quality used musical instruments every day. We're here at Blanco Road, just north of 410, and we're open every day to service you.
Shake our heads into the truth. Skulls in these walls, they connected to you. Stars and guys coming out of a mist. See the temperature rise like an Easter morning sun. It's something you learn, it's something you do. You know, sometimes I wonder where my other half is, don't you? 'Cause I'm only half of what I am. And my God is one till I stand good. Where the rest is, I don't know. And I'm not sure if I want to know. Back my own into this love. Let's see a scale in the top of this mountainside your own. But now I can see what's on the leading toe. Let's see the skulls on these walls. They connected to you. I'm walking with you down a slippery slope. And you said, if I was the sun, you'd be the world I'd shine onto. And I am only half of what I am. Half of that is one till I stand good. Where the rest is, I don't know. And I'm not sure if I want to know. I'm not sure this is what I want anyway. I'm not sure this is what I want anyway.
Hailing from Austin, Texas, a giant dog ripped, roared, and rock and rolled through their Lonesome Lounge session. Enjoy.